What's going on, BiggerPockets? It's Matt Faircloth, and I'm here with fellow BiggerPockets contributor, Chad Gallagher. What's up, man?
What's up?
Cool.
How you doing?
So, Chad is a good friend of mine, and we're also starting to do some business together, and we're here at a real estate conference, the Atlantic Summit.
Yeah. Awesome.
And this has been insane.
Killer.
Great conference. A lot of BiggerPockets people here. Chad and I started talking about property management, and Chad manages some of the rentals that my company owns. And Chad's company, your company, you're starting to talk to you, right?
Yeah.
Your company, when I first met you guys, you were at 800 units.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You are now at how many?
We're now just about ready to cap 3,000.
Wow.
So
in 2 years. Because I met you about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
give or take.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So you guys have successfully scaled a property management company. And as a witness on my side of it, I haven't seen any crumbling of the structure. I've actually seen strengthening as you've grown.
Yeah.
And I've also witnessed other companies that have grown really fast, and you tend to see crumbling as they grow, right? Like, because they've missed things or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But you guys have been able to grow solid, right?
Yeah.
So why is that?
yeah, I mean, I think so. A couple different things. The first is at Lighthouse, we think about technology as kind of being first and foremost for everything we do, and the reason we do that is tech scales better than people do. Right.
Tech scales better than people.
So anything that I can create an automated process that I can redo over and over and over again, not only does it scale better, it also scales cheaper.
Give me some examples of like technology that a property, and not just
Yeah, so here's
not just your property management company, but
Yeah,
any
yeah.
like
So here's
because
an
there's people
example.
that are watching that own property management companies that could benefit from this. So
totally.
Right.
Yeah. So when a tenant comes to Lighthouse to check out a property to rent,
Yep.
right? And let's say it's Sunday night at 9:00, right? So the average experience, not if you're just a random landlord, that experience normally goes like this: person sees the ad on Craigslist, and they call the landlord up.
Yep.
Right now it's 9:00. And
the for rent sign with a cell phone number sitting out front.
Right.
That the landlord,
Right.
while he's sitting at home chilling out with his family,
Right.
he's going to call on his cell phone.
Right. He doesn't answer. Right. It's 9:00
I've
at
been
night.
that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Right.
Not taking that call
You
right now.
literally said, I'm not doing
Right,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
I did.
Right.
I looked at the phone and said,
Okay.
I'm not dealing with that
And
right
then,
now. Right, yeah,
so then what happens? You call back Monday 10 a.m.
Right.
Right. What happens? Person's at work. Hopefully. Right?
Yeah.
Hopefully tenant's working, and person's at work. So now they don't answer. So now they call you back the next day, and now you're doing this back and forth. You
Yeah.
eventually get an appointment set. So it's like, when can you do it? You're checking your calendar, and that's probably let's say it's maybe 5 calls to get that. That's not crazy,
Well,
right?
what's happened to me in that period? By that point in my experience, they've already found another place.
They've moved
to
on.
be.
They've
That's
moved
right.
on.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
so
they're busy, and the good tenants are busy at work and are busy living active lives and being contributors to society and
Totally,
everything like
totally.
that. The tenants that you want that are earning good money and are going to take care of your property and stuff like that. They're busy. They're living their life. Right?
Totally.
So it's hard to nail them down.
Right. So
Go ahead.
our experience is you go to Craigslist or Zillow, wherever you find the ad, and when you want to set an appointment, you can actually see the schedule of when the property manager can show the property.
So how are you making that happen?
So it's a couple different texts that come together. But I'll explain that all the
Okay.
way out. So then you, as the tenant, you actually click the time that's available, and it interfaces directly with Google Calendar, where the property manager has times, reserves that spot. And what's even cooler is, since the property manager is now heading out to that showing, it will block off that time for other units, for other apartments, but will allow that time to still be open, so that property manager can actually do a double or triple showing in that same time slot.
Right.
Because we're already going there.
Well, that speaks to another thing. The problem that I had when I was doing my showings back in the day when I was just getting started, I would say maybe 50% of my showings no showed. 50%.
Yeah.
Like if I would do it, I'd line up a showing, and they just wouldn't show up. I call them like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a half an hour late. I'm like, or I'm gonna be, or I found something, or whatever.
Yep. So we send
and
them.
then they wouldn't have the courtesy to call you and cancel the appointment.
So we send them an automated text the morning before.
Yep.
And they have to confirm the showing.
Yep.
If they don't confirm, showing's canceled.
Now, the property manager that manages one of my buildings that works for you guys, she'll stack the showings in that, like, she'll put 3 people in one.
Yep.
Like I'm sure the 3 people.
Yep. And it's
at
all
3 o'clock.
automated. So she's not even. I don't even know if you know this. She's not actually doing it. It's all Backend Tech that all makes that work.
Right.
And so
she's slick. She makes me think it's her doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh man,
That's
I'm
all
really
your
working
tech.
hard for you. No, so the beauty of it, right, is, and it wasn't easy to set up. There's a couple different techs there.
Right.
But the beauty of that system is, if you're managing 100 units, 500 units, 1,000, 2,000,
Right.
5,000.
That all
today
still works,
we
all that.
probably have literally today 100 showings, 200, 300 showings being confirmed online, and no one in our company's doing anything.
What's some tech that you guys use for? Because I think that some of the people that are self-managing or own other management companies, what is some tech you guys use for maintenance? Because I again, being a current property manager, you guys are going to be taking that away from me sooner than later.
June 1st.
Right, please take it. But the maintenance side of the business, like being able to automate that. What do you guys do for that?
Yeah, so we use, so our main backend tech is called Appfolio. We interviewed a lot of different technologies. We chose them like 5 years ago when they weren't actually that big, and it has been an amazing decision for us as a company. So that kind of handles our main work orders. But what we've found, and I'd say this is true with everything in property management, is there's no single source of tech. So we use a tech called T-Sheets to actually schedule out when people are doing things. And also there's actually even an app our maintenance guys have, so we know where they are. It's like a GPS app. So, I
had that problem. I had a guy that worked for me years ago. He was on our construction team, and we figured out that he was supposed to work 7 to 4, right? We figured out he was going home at 2. We figured that out.
Yeah.
Because my foreman went to the site at noon to drop off materials and to check on them and stuff like that, and then he went on to other jobs. But we figured out, because I went to a job site late and the guy wasn't there.
Yeah.
And we figured out the guy was going home.
Yeah.
At 2 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
And we didn't know about it.
Yeah, you can use
and so I
tech.
was paying him for months for 2 hours that he was not producing on the job site.
Yeah. So that's good. And then for the big jobs, and we usually put it at like north of like $4,000. What you kind of call a flip or anything's kind of a big thing. We use a tech called Builder Trend, and that allows us to kind of schedule out stuff with workflows. You'll hear
familiar with that. That's a great
we're
tech,
like
yeah.
super techie nerdy guys. I'm an engineer at heart, and the trick to us is though if you use tech and then really tight operations, you move away from the owner-operator being in the weeds on stuff. I think that's a trick is, I see so many property management companies, even landlords, who they're still the one doing all the stuff. It's very manual, and man, if you do that, it's impossible to scale because I can't clone Matt Faircloth.
No.
Right? Your time
Unfortunately
is
not.
limited.
I've tried it, doesn't work.
right, for better or worse. And so I think people try to just work harder, whereas the reality is if you can use tech and implement systems, and then the last thing I'll say is we are either all in or we outsource it. So if we're all in, we're going to put a full-time employee against it, we're going to put an operation, we're going to put technology, and it's going to be repeatable
that applies to so many different businesses too, doesn't it? Like,
Totally.
Just maybe applies to life, perhaps, in that like if you're not able to get all in on something, or push all in into something in your business, then outsource it or get out of it altogether.
Totally.
Because
we're up next, right? Aren't we next?
Yeah, we are. We've got to be able to put in. I'm up next. So I got to go speak. We should wrap this up.
Okay.
You've either got to be all in or out.
Yeah,
in
like pest control, we decided we aren't going to go all in on. We work with an amazing pest control company. We outsource it to them.
Yeah.
Most maintenance things we actually have employees.
But you guys have gotten into other things.
Yeah.
Your company's has gotten into plumbing and HVAC and other things that you can scale and control and probably instigate tech with. But I get why you don't want pest management. There's probably liability there. There's probably
you just go in or out, and then that allows you to then scale as opposed to relying on a one-off contractor to do your plumbing that doesn't scale with your business, right? All my partners, when I interview them, if we're going to partner with someone, I tell them, look, man, you better be able to scale this thing up because what we are today, we're going to be doubled in another year.
What's great is, the like final point, you and I were talking offline about like a lot of these tech things that people can instigate in their business, perhaps apply to property management, but also apply to other businesses too. So if there's there's a mortgage broker watching this, or what I'm just going to become an asset manager, just managing property management companies that manage the properties that we own along with our investors. There's tech we can implement on the asset management side, and all that. So I think that we live in such a growing, changing world, and there are new apps and new technologies being instigated daily that help us live more productive, hands-off lives.
Yeah, and I hate it when I hear investors say, I'm not a techie, I don't like tech. I think to myself, how can you scale without being, I mean, you gotta push through that. I'm not saying you gotta be, on your phone.
Not all tech is beneficial, but there are plenty of techs that are there that honestly just make life simpler.
Totally. And I think Matt,
I rely on nerds like yourself to help me figure out which one.
Yeah. It's not just product management. I mean, if you're a wholesaler out there, you should be thinking, how do I create systems that can actually be repeatable time and time again
by using technology.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to scale your business, and honestly, you're going to work less. It's like 2 for 2, right? Cool. You actually can.
Yeah.
Can do
so,
this.
Like I said, Chad's a fellow BiggerPockets contributor, so they got to check out your articles on VP.
It's awesome. You write about a lot of tech stuff.
Yeah, cool. And thank you guys for watching. Leave comments below. Me and Chad will probably get into some chatter with you guys in the comment bar down below here on VP. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great profitable week.
See ya.